What's up? Hi guys. Hi Blue. Hi Pips. Hi Toaster. You guys will absolutely believe what I bought because it came in the mail and I posted it on my story. But it's over here. This thing. Ona! What is up? Oh my gosh. So I adopted a child um last week. His name is Vern. Everybody say hi to Vern. This is my son. He's huge, fat and happy. That's what he is. So this is Vern. He's my life-size Totodile. Actually, he's totally real. Okay, he's very real. And I bought him to cope with the disappointment that I had with ZA. So this is Vern. Oh my gosh. Honestly, the box that he came in was huge. I got home. Dude, I'm not saying my income is disposable. I'm saying that my income is not that well managed. But we work hard. So it's fine. No, his box was huge. I get home and it's actually still, hold on. The box that I got him in is still over here. He was not condensed at all, really. Hold on. I'm saving this box for later. But I get home and there's this on the porch. And I was like, heck yeah. No, it's a big box. But, you know, he came in all sweet, all cute, you know? And so I have another one. Oh. No. You know what, Pips? Actually, that's so fair. The game is not that good. And I hope that Pokemon can make better games because I'm sad. Like, I'm actually disappointed. Like, everybody knows it. I'll try not to talk about it as much on this stream, because I had a whole rant about it on the last stream. But, Pips, here's what you need to do. You need to play a good Pokemon game that has a Totodile. I honestly, I advocate for everybody doing that. But anyways, I have to draw Pokemon now, and I had no plan for what I was gonna draw beforehand, exactly, like, specifically what Pokemon. So, we're just gonna stinking come out swinging, I guess. Joltik, bet. Give me, like, 2 seconds. I feel like I draw it differently every single time. This one's for you, Pips. I might steer away from drawing some of the newer, like, megas and stuff, mainly just because I haven't really seen all of them yet. Hold on. There we go. I was being blinded. I haven't seen all of the megas yet, and so I'm kind of like staying away from it, but here's the Joltik. I saw the Feraligatr mega, and all I'm gonna say is that they really, really, really should have kept the egg down. It looks like an egg. Alright, let's just like random Pokemon generator. I love the Pokemon game so much. Literally, I'm gonna, like, my favorite thing to do is to listen to documentaries while I work, because I work for a sign company, and I'm just in the back, like, stinking, like, squeegeeing, laying down prints, doing whatever, so I can just listen to crap. I was listening to, like, 5 Pokemon Black and White retrospectives. That's another one of my favorite kind of videos to watch, is retrospectives on video games that I like. Honestly, Sword and Shield wasn't terrible, but the stinking, oh my gosh, guys, the story wasn't that good. I'm gonna be honest, Pokemon Black and White and Black and White 2 was the last really good games, okay? Like, X and Y was fun, I enjoyed X and Y, I was 12, I was easy to please, X and Y was great. Pokemon, Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, awesome, loved that. Sword and Shield was cool. Sun and Moon was cool. Sword and Shield was like, it was getting there. I was like, what are we making? Like, what's going on? Like, I was becoming a little bit aware. And then we got to Scarlet Violet. Yeah, it did! I have it! And I need to play it. Like, I made a save file, and I was kind of running around, but I just haven't beaten it yet. Everybody play Pokemon. Okay, first of all, though, I have to draw. And I might even just look at the Pokedex in general. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I'm actually, hold on. I'm like glowing on the screen. I don't like that. I don't know if anything I do is gonna fix it. Oh, it's arguably worse. You know what, though? I've been seeing a lot of people dissing on Raichu, and I don't understand that, by the way. Glow stick core, yeah. Whoa, different brush. What are we doing? Is that? This is my G pin. Get out of here. I think it's literally just Raichu, because I've heard people, well, and this is also one of my friends, was talking to me about some of the Pokemon designs, and, he never really liked the, like, original Raichu, but honestly, I love it. He said that the Alolan Raichu kind of fixed it, and I was like, no. You don't understand. Raichu was a homie. And then I feel bad because if you can't guess right now, I'm about to draw Raichu. But I felt bad all the time because Raichu is the evolution of Pikachu, but everybody likes Pikachu more than Raichu, and so they don't evolve it. And I'm like, why? And so then in the anime, Sinkin Ash's Pikachu is like, I'm never gonna become a Raichu. Of course he doesn't say that because all he can say is Pikachu. But like, he's like, I'm not gonna become a Raichu. I can't believe you'd want me to become a Raichu because I like being a Pikachu. And I'm like, that's great, but you never see Raichu. Like, ever. And I like it. I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna draw him. Hold on. If you can't guess already either, though, I have not warmed up. I love Raichu so much. People need to back off some Pokemon. The only Pokemon that I would advocate for genuine, like, hate is, Stunfisk and Bellibolt. And also, I don't know what I have against, okay, I do know what I have against, Stunfisk, because that Pokemon, I would try to run in the puddles in Pokemon Black and White, and Stunfisk would just appear more than any other Pokemon, and I hated him because of that. Because I was like, oh, cool puddle, I'm gonna run through. I was probably like 6. Dude, Stunfisk deserves it, and Bellibolt is just bad design. I don't know what they were thinking, but, okay, where is it? I was looking for one of the, I was looking for one of the dex entries for Raichu. I'm probably gonna watch, some retrospectives on Soul Silver, or Gold and Silver. I played Soul Silver more. Yeah, why did they do... Come on, hold on. I'm going on a side tangent. What is this thing? Who drew this? Who greenlit this? Who said that was okay? And I was stinking. Listen to me right now. Listen to me right now. This Pokemon, I hate it because it makes me uncomfortable. You understand that? Evil. It's evil. And whenever I was watching the trailers before stinking Scarlet and Violet came out, the dang Pokemon company was like, guys, you're gonna love this one. This Pokemon is super cute. It's gonna be a frog. It's an electric type. It's adorable. It's great. Is it an electric and ground? Or is it just straight electric? Okay, I think it's just straight electric. But I saw that thing after they had, revealed it, and I was like, what are we looking at? I was so done at that point. Bellibolt was the reason why there were finally red flags revealed to me about that, Scarlet and Violet might suck. I'm gonna be so for real. I also, hold on, please. I love this Raichu already. He's just chilling out, man. Hold on. This Raichu looks like a frog. Yes, Clodsire was so good, and it's not even anything necessarily new. They took stinking Quagsire and improved it, and it's great. Both of them are adorable. I love them. I love them both so much. I really do. This is the first time that I'm going rogue with Raichu ears. Cause I'm gonna be so for real. I can understand not liking Raichu's ears because they are a little weird. Why is it poisonous? You have the perfect petable friend and you make it poisonous? I mean, maybe. It could be one of those, you know how you can have poison dart frogs as pets as long as you don't feed them the exact diet they have out in the wild? Cause isn't it the diet that makes their skin toxic? Or am I wrong? I think I'm not though. I think I'm super intelligent. I didn't warm up at all. I'm going crazy. Guys, I love Pokemon way too much. And I only think about it, the extent of my Pokemon love, whenever I'm on stream or playing the game. Because then my mind just is oh, I just want to talk about it. Because I love the games. But it stinks. It stinks. I hope you guys know. And I said that I was gonna try and not talk about it that much, but Pokemon Legends ZA made me so disappointed that I decided that the next time Pokemon releases a game that they hype up, I am going to wait a week before I decide to buy it, because I'm not spending my money on a game that's not finished again. And arguably, this is me talking here, I would say that I'm Pokemon's #1 fan. This is debatable and might be untrue in the eyes of others. However, from my perspective, that's how I feel, man. I can't do it. Oh, dude, I love Pokemon so much. Good. I think it'd be better if they got more dev time, literally, because there was some cut content. Of course, games, every single game is gonna have cut content. That's just the thing. Sometimes stuff doesn't work. But, like, the cut content in Pokemon Legends ZA was probably stuff that they needed in there. I'm gonna be so for real. And everybody's blaming Nintendo. But I think we all forget that it's not Nintendo that's bringing the hammer down on Game Freak. Because Game Freak is an entirely different studio. They just, their Pokemon games go on Nintendo consoles. Because, like, it's, you know, they're like, it's like Disney Pixar. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, literally. Also, hold on, I think it's hilarious because, like, Pokemon, it's also like Creatures Inc., right? And they used to be Ape, which was the studio that made, uh, the Earthbound game. I'm pretty sure. Like, I could be wrong about that, but I hope that I'm remembering that right. I have such a big brain, guys. All of the knowledge just sits in there sometimes. Okay, this is just gonna be a boring little guy, because I'm just gonna draw him standing. He's just gonna be standing. But this, oh my gosh, somebody help him. Hold on. That's making me laugh. Thank you. Dingo, you're gonna make me explode. I'm gonna have to add a little bit of action in the next one, because this guy is just, he's just there. I don't think there was a single thought going through his head, and I know there wasn't many thoughts, like, going through my head whenever I was drawing him. Because I was thinking about other things. He vibing. I have been thinking about it, though. I really want to make like a Pokemon ROM game. I really do. And it's just, I need to actually just do it, because you guys know me and the things that I say I'm gonna do, and then it's like 2% of that gets done, and then I move on to the next thing immediately, and it's fun and whimsical. I just like bouncing around. We love it. My life is like a trampoline park, and I'm be jumping. This guy is literally just existing. Man, I also, there's like 10 million games I want to play again. I want to play Pokemon Legends, Arceus again. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to play Pokemon Black and White again. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to play Pokemon Soul Silver again, because that one's awesome. But I need to buy a Pokewalker. He kind of is. He's got no neck, by the way. I'm literally just gonna draw him standing. That is okay with me. Sometimes you just have to draw a creature in existence. It doesn't have to be crazy, it doesn't have to be fancy, as long as they exist. Sometimes that's just good enough. Oh, dude, you know what? Actually, it's literally just because of my, like, insane cracked out pin pressure. Cause I be drawing barely touching the screen sometimes, too. But, if you want my Clip Studio brush, who uses Clip in here? Cause I can, after the stream, I can send the link, but I think it might also be on my Instagram, the stories. No! Oh my gosh. That's pain. Is there a way to change, clip brushes to Procreate ones? You know what? I have a couple of friends that use Procreate, so I'll ask them. But like, no, I just use insane pin pressure, and I also like hardly touch the screen until I do. Which I used to be the opposite. I used to like be all the way down here. I can't do that anymore for some reason. It feels wrong. There. No think. I'm gonna put him down here really quick. But I do want to draw like an actual Raichu moving. We just have to draw a bean. And we have to draw... like that. Trust. With his ears. I will say, like, Pokemon, I was thinking about it. Pokemon Black and White. Pokemon Black and White, guys. Best games. Best Pokemon games. I'm convinced. I'm a sucker for Soul Silver because of nostalgia, but Pokemon Black and White, story-wise, the fact that you can only catch the Pokemon from that region in the beginning of the game until you get to the post-game, whoa. It's literally perfect. I can't even lie. I don't understand why did they do that? Pokemon Black and White 3. Heard. I'm hearing. I'm actually, in fact, my ears could not be bigger. I'm gonna be so honest. Heard. Oh, man, you know, okay, actually, though, I was thinking about this, and they were gonna make the new Legends game be, a Johto themed with, like, Lugia and all of that, and it was gonna cover, like, the beginnings of, Pokemon training and stuff like that, and it was gonna touch on literally, like, how that even got started. And I am gonna be so honest with you guys, I am so happy they didn't do that. You wanna know why? Because the crap that we got with X and Y, I'm glad they jumped ship with Johto. Because if they decided to do that exact thing that came out of their stinking ZA game on my beautiful, amazing, gorgeous silver and gold games, I'm like, I might have popped a blood vessel and died. Like, I think that might have happened if they did that. I love X and Y, but not as much as the pure whimsy and nostalgia from Gold and Silver. And Crystal, dude. I have Crystal. Heck yeah. But I prefer, you know, Soul Silver and Heart Gold because of the Pokewalker. But we sold it whenever I was a kid, and so we don't have it anymore. Oh, dude, Strawberry, that sucks. I did that a lot as a kid too, though, because I couldn't read. Like, Pokemon Black and White came out when... Okay, hold on. I remember it came out in first grade because we got promotional posters. Okay, hold on. Can I look this up? We got it from the book fair because they were handing them out. But it was like these free posters that you could get, and they handed them out to the class, and it was, it literally had some of the new Pokemon on them. And I tell this story sometimes, but I had it up on my ceiling above my bed, and I would like go to sleep looking at the new Pokemon because I was so dang excited about it. Hold on. No, that was insane. I need a Pokewalker. I'm literally gonna crash out. I'm not actually gonna crash out. Okay. I found it. I found the poster that I had. I had this hanging up on the ceiling of my bedroom. And my sister had this one. And I would sit, I literally, like, there was nothing wrong with me as a child, but sometimes I think there might have been, because I had my little sketchbook, and I was, like, staring at this poster, trying, like, frantically, like, drawing these Pokemon, trying to, like, commit them to memory. You know that video, that meme, where it's like, the voices! And it's like, what's that girl doing? That was me in this game. Sometimes I forget how much I latched on to, this game. Also, my brother had the promotional, like, art box, which I wish we weren't, like, kids and had those, because it was, like, these little cardstock images of the towns and different, like, concept artwork of the game. And if you flip it over, it would have a blurb of, like, what it was and what the city was and, like, you know, what it was referenced to and all of that. And, I mean, you know, I wish that we didn't, like, demolish those as a kid. No, that's so fair. Pokemon's not for everyone, though, dude. Like, sometimes it just doesn't happen. But I do think Pokemon is the reason why I draw so many, like, creatures and stuff. No, you're good. One thing that I've heard, though, is that a lot of RPGs like that get, like, boring for some people. You know what I mean? I'm an RPG fiend whenever it comes to the stinking, I just watched my bits crash. That has been the first in a minute. What are you doing? I thought we were done. Oh well. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I love RPGs. I love Earthbound. I love the Mother series. You know what, actually? Mother 1, Earthbound Beginnings, is so hard to get through, though, actually. But genuinely, it is because it's an NES game. And they made those games so different. If you want to talk about, like, trudging through a game, that one is hard. Mainly just because at that point, they didn't have all of, like, the like, conveniences figured out. But I did play it for a while. I got past Magic Hand, and I almost got the kid with glasses. But I think I would have kept playing it, but the thing that happened was my save got lost because I turned the game off without saving and screwed myself up really bad. Which stinks, and I normally don't do that, but oh my gosh, like, I've been so spoiled. We've been so spoiled. There's no longer the moles that come after us for not saving. Everything is auto-save now. And it's really funny because I was trying to explain that to Anne because she'd played older games, but whenever she was able to, like, buy her own games and all that junk, I think it was most of the ones that already had, like, autosaves and stuff. So she's been playing Pokemon X and Y, actually, and she had put her DS on sleep mode, and of course that still runs the battery out, and so it died, and she died, like, she lost her, like, progress in it. And I was explaining to her, I was like, and that sleep mode doesn't work like the Switch's sleep mode. She was like, what? And I was like, it doesn't work like the Switch's sleep mode. Like, your DS is still on, the screen's just not turned on. That's the only difference. I was like, the Switch's sleep mode, that thing is, like, off, pretty much. You know, the battery just runs out super, super slow, I guess. Still, though, I was like, it's not the same thing. For the price of one copy of Legends ZA, you could buy, like, a new Pokewalker. You know what? I was thinking about that, actually. I think the next time that Pokemon releases a game, the week-long trial period that I have to determine if I actually want to buy it or not, instead, if I decide I'm not going to buy that Pokemon game, I'm just going to go and buy an old game that is the price of the new one that just came out, that would be, theoretically, in this scenario that I'm cooking up in my brain, would be a better game than the new one that they come out with. You know what I mean? I just want to know what is going on inside their heads. Because clearly, me and everybody else likes Pokemon, but I have not been, like, lobotomized to the point of, like, actually defending ZA. And here's another thing, actually. I find this a little funny. Because, of course, ZA has its, like, definite strengths. Of course, there's ups and downs to everything, but there's more cons to that game than there are pros. I was watching a couple of criticism videos on, like, oh, you know, here's what they could have done better, here's why, you know, it's probably not good, you know? But in each one of those videos, they were, like, really condescending, and I might have just contradicted myself, because I was like, I'm not lobotomized, but, like, I understand the nostalgia high of really wanting to be like, no, that game is good, it can't be bad, like, it has to be good, this game is so good, but, like, a lot of the people in the videos that I was watching were like, oh, yeah, and those stinking Pokemon fans are gonna come in and destroy my comment section, and I was like, I think they're probably going to because you said that, actually, you know what I mean? I was like, dude, nobody's gonna kill you, I promise. It's just you have a different opinion on a game, and so do they. But I don't know. I just thought it was a little funny because I was listening to those videos and I was like, I didn't necessarily like ZA, but because you said that, I too am like, alright, what's going on around here? I honestly though too. Does anybody else think that the wild areas are like really condensed? Because I think they had to be. Echo, what's up? I think they had to be because the map is so like, it's big, but it's still pretty small. But like the amount of Pokemon that they just crammed in, they filled those wild areas. I can't go 2 seconds without almost getting mauled by a Pokemon. Yeah, it's okay. It's not the best game. Honestly though, I would say, like, if you can buy the game used, because you will find it used. Yeah, I'm not, oh my gosh. I know the city was dangerous, but I thought it was the people, not the Pokemon. Honestly, the wild areas are a hazard to public life in the city. Like, what are you doing putting a lion in the middle of the streets of Paris? Like, what year is it, dude? What are you guys doing? I'm not even gonna lie. I'm sorry, I didn't know that walking out into the stinking, like, Lumiose Tower or whatever it is, was like walking into a coliseum willingly. Everybody gets to watch you, like, get mauled by a bear. I don't know if they had any of the, bear-looking Pokemon, but, like, you know what I mean? Because it's Paris, yeah. Yeah, literally. It's like, oh, look at that guy. The stinking fire dog is after it, using like Fire Fang, and it's bigger than all the other ones. Yeah, that kid's good. Like, that kid's dead, you know, done for, gone. I guess it's just a circle of life. No! Dead body in the streets. I'm like, jeez, it's not gonna like, it's all concrete. You're not just gonna decompose and go back into the earth. They're gonna eat you. Maybe. But like, dude. It's bad. I'm baffled. I'm appalled. The French! Yeah, is that why they have so many catacombs down there? Oh my gosh. They should have added the catacombs into Pokemon Legends ZA. I think that would have made the game 10 times better. And then Zygarde would have had a reason to be there. I need to talk to you guys about something though. And I will continue drawing. Eventually. Okay, hold on. I need to talk to you guys about one thing that I realized. I literally had like an awakening while I was playing Legends ZA, because this is not spoilers, because nothing happens in the beginning. Okay? Trust me whenever I say this. This is not information that matters. All right? It's just what Paris is like. Yeah. So in Pokemon Legends ZA, the beginning of the game, you are on a train going to Lumio City. Okay? So you arrive at Lumios with no goals, no clothing, nothing, just a bag, and you never open the bag in the game. Pomsky, you smell. You arrive just naked, okay? There's no reason given to you why you're there. And then suddenly, some kid takes you aside, and it's like, dude, I need your help. Can you do this, like, 5 million things for me? And I need you to also go into gang fights and gang wars, and now you're in our gang. Here's our, like, merchandise and flag. Please wear it. My stream just crashed again. What? That's insane. Anyways, you literally have no reason for being there. They just drag you into their plot, and you have no goals. You're following the whims of the other characters, who are, and I'm gonna say this because a lot of people disagree, I think, with this opinion, from what I've seen, but the characters are not that interesting either. AZ's kind of interesting, but that's because he was from X and Y. He was already established. So average. Average French. Average France experience, yeah. If I ever go to France, and that happens to me, and somebody hands me a random dog and is like, I need you to take this thing and have it fight every other dog, and then, like, also stay here in this hotel for free, I don't know what I would think. You know what, actually, under that circumstance, I might honestly stay. Wait. I can't, fighting dogs is bad, though. I might not stay. I can't obviously put an animal through a ring and have them fight to the death. It happened to me when I was passing through there. Dude, so is that like a common occurrence in France? I need to know. That's wild. French Pokemon, that's crazy. I need the games to be better though. I was thinking about like drawing some mini like comic type dealies to kind of reestablish my love for the series, because the games have been so disappointing recently that I'm kind of just like, I need to make my own media for myself right now so that so that my love of Pokemon doesn't slip through my fingers. I don't think that it could, but Pomsky, see ya. Every now and then, dang. Also, can I talk about the fact that the way you navigate the rooftops and stuff, I don't like it. I'm gonna be so for real. Because it's like, oh yeah, you take your iPhone and then you jump off a building and your arms are gonna get ripped off by the force of you holding onto your phone so that it will levitate you off the ground. Dude, if I'm falling off a building, like, willingly like that, because I think my iPhone is gonna save me, there's something wrong. Like, your Rotom phone, what if it decides to just, like, not? That is a creature. You put a creature in your phone that has free will, that thing could just decide not to save you. That's all I'm saying. iPhones fly now. They have the price justified. Golly. Like, what are they mass produced? What are the ethics of Rotom phones? Are they like, cause in my mind, everybody has an iPhone. In the Pokemon games, everybody has a Rotom phone. How are they producing Rotoms? Where are they coming from? Cause you can't, like, that's a living creature. You have to keep up with demand somehow. And, like, is it gonna be, like, mass production of these Pokemon? Because that's wild. If that's the case, jeez, dude. What do they do with the phones that they have in the store that you haven't bought yet? Are they just, like, is it like a kennel system? Like at a stinking adoption thing for dogs? You know what I mean? Like, you just find which one you like, but it's an actual iPhone. You're gonna be going like, like, there's a creature that's gonna be seeing everything that you're typing down, all of the things you're looking at, and everything you're texting. I would feel like a breach of privacy. I would feel like it's a Pokemon. That thing could just run off. The machine spirit. Oh my gosh. I feel bad for those Pokemon. I'm looking up Pokédex entry. I need it to make sense. I'm like glowing again. Its body is composed of plasma. It is known to infiltrate electronic devices and wreak havoc. You have a worm in your phone! It's literally a bug! I've only drawn like 2 things and it's been an hour. Please forgive me. Research continues on this Pokemon, which could be the power source of a unique motor. Yeah, its electric-like body can enter some kinds of machines and take control in order to make mischief. I do have worms in my brain. They try to escape sometimes, but I don't let them. Oh my gosh, right here. We need them to be freed. These Rotoms, they have I need this is called arms. Like, I am going to be the first Rotom stinking Pokemon rights advocate right now, because read this right now. I'm gonna read this to you. One boy's invention led to the development of many different machines that take advantage of Rotom's unique capabilities. Now that might sound like innocent, okay? Taking advantage of a Pokemon's capabilities? Did the Pokemon let you do that? It loves to surprise others. It likes to wreak havoc. Guys, I think this might just be my tinfoil cap, but I can assume that maybe the Rotoms don't necessarily like people. Has Rotom been a catchable Pokemon since the introduction of the Rotom Mix? Before. It's been before, but you could find it in an abandoned building, like with like a washing machine next to it. You know what I mean? Hold on, I'm reading these. It's smart and mischievous. That thing knows what you're doing. Hold on. I just think that this is a little fishy, guys. Hold on. It is a smartphone that is enhanced after being possessed by a Rotom. It's popular amongst people across multiple Pokemon canons and can host a multitude of functions and applications, including a Pokedex. Guys, I don't know. I just think that they might be abusing the Rotoms. Yeah, hold on, let me look at this really quick. What gen? Oh, I hate Roman numerals. What game? Diamond and Pearl. So it came out right before Black and White, so that was Generation 4. So then, after they came out with Black and White, then they came out with X and Y. They made it an iPhone in Pokemon Sun and Moon, or a Pokedex in Pokemon Sun and Moon. I liked the little guy in Pokemon Sun and Moon because he could, like, do his little text thing and talk to you. That was cute. He had a mind of his own. And then they turned him into a mass-produced iPhone after the Pokedex, and I just think that that's messed up. I just think that that's a little bit, like, fishy. I ain't even gonna lie. It's a little sad. They be taking advantage of these Rotom, bro. Some people get caught up in the whimsy of being able to have a little guy in their phone. But the little guy in your phone has rights. Or gal in your phone has rights. I don't really know which kind of Rotom phone you bought, but I'm just gonna say, are you treating it right? Fishy, and not in a cool fish way. Not in a cool fish way. Not in a cool way at all. I'm tired of the abuse. I'm tired of your Pokemon's attention span being as demolished as yours is, because you know what? They're forced to watch every single reel that you do. They're forced to watch every single TikTok that you scroll through. They're forced to watch every single, like, slop YouTube video that you do. Every single, like, angry comment you put, that Pokemon is there witnessing it. Every single phone call you make, that Pokemon has to listen. I would hate to be a Rotom phone. Free them. Getsis was on to something. That's all I'm saying. Getsis was totally, let's forget about the fact that he wanted everybody to not have Pokemon and only Team Plasma to have Pokemon for world domination or whatever. Besides that point, it's got no gender. Good. So I can't even misgender it if I tried. Awesome. Speaking, I just think that some things need to be addressed. Let me be the second person to do that, because I guess Getsis could have been the first, but he was not the best advocate for Pokemon advocacy because of his ulterior motives, which we will ignore for right now. But I'm gonna use him as a reference and base point for I guess my opinions. Oh my gosh. I needed to draw literally any other Pokemon. Like, I am taking my sweet time. Everybody, drop in the chat what Pokemon you'd like to see me draw. I'm not even gonna, like, come on. I need this. Dude, they should make a Pokemon game where they criticize the mass production of the stinking, Rotom phones. They need to. Apart from the bad points, they had a point, yeah. And it's like, I did watch this, those retrospectives that I was listening to. One of them was like, of course there's bad people that own Pokemon, but not every person who owns a Pokemon is bad, you know what I mean? Like, literally, there are so many, like, examples of Pokemon and people working together and, like, growing together. But, of course, there's gotta be some bad apples, bro. And I just think the inventor of the Rotom phones was one of them. Also, I don't think that the Rotom lawnmower, the washing machine, or the fan, or the refrigerator, or the oven was gonna work as a normal kitchen appliance, because the reason that they are possessing those appliances is to ruin your freaking day. That's literally what they're doing. They wreak havoc. They're a little mischievous. You wanna know why? It's because they're revolting over the fact that, like, 99% of their population is being stinking mass-produced to be put into an iPhone and Pokédex. There's a clear issue. No wonder the appliances are going crazy. They're ghost type. They're dead. Somebody's killing off I don't know if it's actually, like, I don't know what they're from. I don't know if it's like an electric spark that somehow came to life, but how? This makes no sense. Ugh. These poor Pokemon. They deserve rights too. Yeah, you know? And you know what? I don't blame them. I don't. You go. Oh my gosh, I love this old artwork of Raichu. Hold on. You can't see it, and I'm not going to show it to you. Just imagine that it looks awesome, okay? As I finish this drawing finally. I'll be kind of slacking, guys. So much is happening. Not a lot is happening. Yeah, they're a machine spirit. Imagine, though, like, everything in the Pokemon universe is, like, pretty much alive. You got living trees, you got living lamps, you got living ice cream cones. The trash comes to life. The slop and sludge comes to life. How does that work? I don't know. You can't go to a grave site and, like, respect your stinking loved ones without a Ghastly showing up and being like, ah, you know? I'm just saying, because you know those things like to make jokes too, but if I'm at a graveyard and, you know, I'm trying to be like, you know, honoring a dead relatives, and one of those little freaks pops up out of the ground, I'd be a little upset. Wait, did you even perform the chant of activation? You must perform rites to appease them. It's crazy. Who knows, dude? I ain't doing that crap. The Pokemon universe would actually hate me. Like, I would not have a Rotom phone. I would be like, why would you want that? We had it so much better whenever it was flip phones that weren't Rotom phones. Get out of my Pokédex. I don't want you seeing all the Pokemon that I'm finding. I don't want you talking to me. You have to flip the catalog upside down. Oh my gosh, can we talk about how freaky Malamar is, by the way? Cause, like, dude, that Pokemon, you said upside down, and I remember I had to flip my DS upside down to get that freak to evolve. That Pokemon is terrible. We're just letting that thing exist and happen? Like, dude, what? I'm sorry? What are we doing with Malamar? That thing can just, like, change your opinions, and, like, I don't like that. I don't like Malamar. That Pokemon's wild. Actually, I take issue with a lot of Psychic types. What do you mean that Pokemon can alter my brain and make me like it? In fact, I have such a thick skull. Wait, no, that... Oh. I'm taking back... I'm taking back this sentence. We're gonna start from the beginning. My brain is so fortified and powerful that Malamar couldn't reach me. Not because I have a thick skull, but, but because I'm so smart and intelligent that the power of my mind cannot be thrown off by a octopus. Ghastlies and other mischievous ghost Pokemon are actually really respectful to the mourners, but not anyone who's just hanging out or breaking and entering. That's an awesome headcanon. Oh my gosh, I'm not too stupid to be controlled. By the way, I am too smart. I hate Malamar, actually. I'm gonna say it right now. I don't hate that Pokemon, but I don't like that Pokemon. You know what I mean? I just said I hate it, but I hate the idea of it. Its design is kind of cool. I also take issue with Alakazam a little bit. And Hypno. I just don't like those Pokemon, dude. Just get away. Why are you here? Put your spoons down and stinking go back to the woods, dude. No, that's crazy too. Cause that one guy who did the spoon bending trick got a little salty. He was like, dude, that's my trademark. Get out of here. No, literally. There. It's been an hour and I drew 2 Raichu. And now for my next magic trick, I'm gonna draw another Pokemon. You better keep an eye on it. I'm gonna draw it so fast. Yeah. No, oh my gosh, Mr. Mime. That thing is borderline human. No, that thing is probably human. I don't like it. Imagine they make a Pokemon based on you and you go nuh-uh and sue them. Literally! If somebody made a Pokemon based off of my likeness and my trademarks and the crap that I do, I'd be so honored because then I'd be like, wow, Pokemon doesn't hate me. You know what I mean? Wow, Pokemon thought that was so baller that they decided to stinking, like, throw that in there. Whoa. Okay, I'm looking back at the Pokedex again. We're going... I might try to draw some, I hate how bright it is on my screen. Literally, look at me. I'm glowing, and that's not normal. I'm not, listen. Like, it can't be that bad. I go outside and I get sun. By the way, I hope you guys know, this is just another level. CSGO flashbang. I do want to draw some Gen 5 Pokemon, though. I really love that generation. We had it so good, we didn't even know it, dude. Like, and can we talk about how edgy all of those Pokemon were? Like, genuinely, the designs for, like, Zebstrika, the designs for Basculin, you got Hydreigon, which was going to be based off of a tank. I literally am so happy that the one Pokemon game that was based off of New York and America was, like, literally the best game. It makes my patriotism skyrocket. I love it so much. Haxorus, don't even get me started on Haxorus. That Pokemon is awesome. Literally, swords coming out of its mouth. Like, Hydreigon was originally supposed to be a tank, literally gun Pokemon, not gun Pokemon, but you know what I mean? Like, like, dang, bro, they had such good designs. Dude. Oh, man. Zoroark? Who the heck came up with that, man? You get a gold star from me. Golly, Joltik came out of that generation. Beautiful little bug. I love it to death. Beartic, stinking Druddigan. Not a lot of people are Druddigan fans. I was a Druddigan fan. We had Bouffalont, stinking Braviary. I'm looking at them right now. No, furries went insane whenever Zoroark came out, and honestly, I totally understand. That Pokemon has such a cool design. Stinking Reshiram and Zekrom. Dude. Insane. Insane. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like, absolutely great. I can't even... Some of the best legendaries. Not as good as Lugia or Ho-Oh, I will admit, because those are some of my two favorites, okay? Lugia gets that gold star and that, like, amazing little crown from me. Best legendary. But Zekrom and Reshiram, I love you. I love you so much. Beautiful. Absolutely great. I have to draw a Pokemon. Oh my gosh. That's so real, though. You know what Pokemon I haven't drawn that much, though? Ever, actually, is Archeops. There we go. And honestly, this is a great stinking dinosaur. I think we need more of these. No, yeah. I can see that. I love Pokemon. Sorry guys, if you couldn't tell already, I really enjoy the Pokemon series. Sorry. I don't know if it was made that obvious, but like, Pokemon might be one of my favorite things. And if it wasn't clear enough. Yeah, I know. It's been lying under the surface and totally not obvious at all for years now. And I figured that I really just needed to come out with the truth. And the truth is that I really love Pokemon, and nobody knew that, not even my own mom. What a twist! This is crazy. This is insane. I know. No guys. I figured you should know. I can't hide the true me anymore, and I'm just Pokemon apology stream. I know, everybody thought I hated it. You're gonna see stinking, Moist Critical, like, talking about the Crimmins from Instagram Pokemon situation. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. Dude, I've been seeing him being like, I'm never gonna buy a Nintendo console. I'm never gonna support these companies. Honestly, I respect that. I can't do that because I don't really like many other consoles and games because I've been born, with the desire to support and continue buying, Nintendo games, so. You can't, no, what are you talking about? What? It's like, I don't even know what's going on here, you know? Dude, it almost, like, it doesn't exist, you know what I mean? There's, in fact, you know, it should be insane that I like Pokemon. This new fact, this new, knowledge and piece of me that I have shared with all of you, this is information that I've never talked to anybody about. I've made a serious lapse in my soft resets. Oh my gosh. They're like tangling in my headphones. Hold on. The amount of Totodile stuff that I have now is actually insane. I need to slow down. But literally, this is one of the best Pokemon ever. And if there was any Dino merchandise and Zweilous merchandise and even Hydreigon merchandise, I would have as many of those as I do this Totodile. Because those are the best Pokemon. I love my Snot Green Tank Beast that I have had. Literally, I need to tell you guys, my Hydreigon, my shiny Hydreigon that I've had is 10 years old now. And that is honestly impressive. But I literally am so sad that I have all of the Hydreigon merch. I have a hoodie, and I have, like, the plushies of the Hydreigon line, but there's not as many of, like, the big plushies. There's not a variety. Anyways, my Hydreigon that I caught, I named her Hulk, and she is my favorite Pokemon, but now that I am 22 years old, I hate the name Hulk for her. I actually do, but since I have brought her across, like, freaking 5 games, I can't change her nickname anymore. I literally cannot now. And so her name is just Hulk forever because I was 12 years old and stupid. I didn't think that I would keep this like, literally, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my first shiny ever. She's awesome. I'm naming her Hulk because of her color palette. And then I stinking, like, grew a brain cell. And it was like, what was I doing? Yeah. I never had a bad username that I had to, like, live with for the rest of my life. But I have had a bad Pokemon name. I was not cooking. I was burning the house down as a kid, dude. I see my stream crashing, and I'm gonna comment on it again. Thank goodness I used my actual name in the game, though, instead of coming up with some, like, Insano style, like, crack name, I guess. I don't know, man. I love Pokemon so much. Oh my gosh. I need to draw more. And I'm drawing more right now, but I need to draw more, dude. I have a character in a game I named Azureli. Azuralis T-Rex. That's insane. I did have things that I named, like, really bad whenever I was a kid, though, because we used to have chickens, and I've actually never told anybody this before, because I, for the longest time, was embarrassed that I named this random hen this, but whenever I was, like, 5, my parents, we got chickens, we were allowed to name them, and I named one Rock and Roll Chicken Roll, because I was like, that thing is going to be, like, the most baller freaking chicken ever. We're naming it Rock and Roll Chicken Roll, and I grew up, and I was like, oh my gosh. But, like, thinking back on it now, I was ahead of my time. I'd probably name another chicken Rock and Roll Chicken Roll, because that is like, I was onto something. I was a little genius. And there were signs, and I think that was it, that I was gonna be growing up into actually Albert Einstein, okay? But because, and honestly, like, my Hydreigon was one of the first my Hydreigon was one of the first Pokemon that I actually nicknamed, because my brother, he influenced a lot of what I did as a kid, because I looked up to him so much, and I still do. My brother is awesome. But he thought that nicknaming Pokemon wasn't, like, cool, I guess, as a kid. And so I just never nicknamed my Pokemon because he never nicknamed his Pokemon. And, then, you know, I decided to nickname my Hydreigon Hulk. And I remember him saying, "Oh, I wouldn't nickname that. What, you're gonna nickname that?" And I was like, "Yeah, look at his colors. His name has got to be Hulk." And I wish I'd have listened to his advice. Because sometimes, guys, your older brother is gonna be right. And sometimes you're gonna wish you listened to him. But sometimes you don't. And that's all. That's some Crim wisdom right there. This Pokemon, man. How does it lift off the ground? Its legs look silly. I love how this Pokemon flies, by the way. It looks frantic. Does it fly like that in black and white? Hold on. I have to find... No. No, it does. But it's not as, like... It's not as, like, insane. Okay. No, yeah, it's just like a bee. It's just like a bee. We literally had peak with black and white. And I'll say it again. I'll say it until wow! Thanks for the follow, dude. I'm gonna say this so many times. The aesthetic that we got with Pokemon Black and White was actually so good that I don't even know how Game Freak could go back to that. Like, I don't think that they would be able to, because, like, they got so high on that mountain, and then they fell backwards off the cliff. And I don't know how they did that, even though I saw it happen in real time. But, like, dude, the sprite art, the animation, was so insane. Awesome, I love it. Gosh, oh my gosh. I think I like Pokemon. As much as I also hate Pokemon. And honestly, I'm gonna be so for real. I am so happy that I never really got into the Pokemon cards as a kid. Because right now, those are insane. Actually, I'm surprised that I never got into the cards at all. Like, even right now, I am not that interested in the cards, like collecting them, cards and things like that in general. Because for me, I see value in experience rather than like a piece of like cardboard, which I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, you can actually play with the Pokemon cards in the Pokemon card trading card game. No, man. Like, I don't know. I just like the games, like the actual games. No, that's evil me. Evil Crim is the Crim that got into Pokemon cards and never the games. Evil Crim is the Crim that hated every single Pokemon game and collected every single Pokemon card. And is broke and gambling currently. They're called trading cards, not battling cards. No, that's, you know what, and I can't even diss the people that enjoy Pokemon cards, because I can understand how somebody else can be interested in it. I'm just not. You know what I mean? Because I know what I like. I like the games because I just value, like, being able to play through a story and experience. And with the trading cards, I can't do that. I absolutely adore the artwork on the trading cards, but I don't really want to spend, like, the money trying to get that. You know what I mean? Because actually, I did end up following some of the artists that do the trading card work, and they will upload what they drew without the, like, art, like, the menu or whatever it is, like the overlay with the card information. And it's awesome. No, that's fair. My brother, he really got into playing the, like, card games and stuff, and I think that's awesome. because he'll show me his cards that he collected, and it's genuinely impressive. Like, it actually is. He has two of the shiny Gigantamax Charizards. Like, I think one of them is a PSA 10, and also the Giratina full artwork that came out. He has a PSA 10 of that too, and genuinely impressive. Yes! Oh my gosh! No, actually, Soul Silver is one of my favorite games. I was talking about it earlier. I love Soul Silver so much, but like Soul Silver and Black and White literally take the cake for me. Like, those games cooked so hard, and I really want to play Silver again. Like, I really do, because man, it's been like 4 years since I played those games. But I caught a shiny Lugia by the soft resets, and I was also able to get a shiny Feraligatr, which didn't think I was gonna be able to do that, because, dude, like, whenever you, for those who don't really know, whenever you shiny hunt in Pokemon Soul Silver, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you're able to, like, see the shinies of the Pokemon, like, immediately before you even, like, pick one. So that means that Cyndaquil, Chikorita, and Totodile are fair game for their chances. So there was no guarantee that I would get a shiny Totodile, because, like, I could have gotten one of all three, you know what I mean? And I was gonna pick the shiny of whatever one that came first, but I literally lucked out so hard with Totodile. Yes, literally! Because I remember in Diamond and Pearl they tried to do that, but they had that Pokemon Park where you could only walk around with cute Pokemon. And I was so offended, because I wanted to walk around with some Pokemon, and I was like, I think this Pokemon is cute, but you're telling me I can't enter because it's not? That was Pokemon profiling, man. Like, in my opinion, my stinking, like, giant, like, evil Mightyena dog, I don't know, was, like, freaking the cutest thing ever. I don't think Mightyena was Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I think that was, Ruby and Sapphire, but who cares? I probably should. Because I'm the #1 Pokemon fan. No. But, I had a little bit of beef with that. I can't, yeah. Just a tiny bit of beef. Still mad about it to this day. Not actually. Look the other way. Don't look at me. This Pokemon is literally so great and grand. Dingo, I can see why it's one of your favorites, dude. I can see it. This is a good Pokemon. It doesn't get as much love. And sometimes I think the niche Pokemon loves are the best. Yeah. No, I've seen your art and stuff. This thing fits it. Yes. My trash can is so full of, like, energy drinks and bubbly waters. I don't have a problem with any of those at all. I need to beat Hollow Knight today. I think I may just push through and do that, because here's the thing. Hollow Knight right now is the only thing keeping me from playing all of the other games that I really want to beat. Because I love Hollow Knight so much. I'm in the White Palace right now because my friends have been, like, slowly guiding me to the true ending of that game. Dude, I'm in the White Palace. That place is, if hell were in a video game, I think that the White Palace would be it. And I got that honeycomb charm, or whatever the heck it is. I got that thing. Oh my gosh, it's still, like, if I didn't have that, how the heck would you be making it through that palace, dude? That is impossible. You've been playing Silksong? Dude. My gosh. Okay, so the only reason I got Hollow Knight is because my friends started playing Silksong. Dude, from what I heard, that game is difficult. But since I've been having so much fun with Hollow Knight, Dude, me Seeking 2. I'm so scared to start that game. Since I've been having so much fun with Hollow Knight, like genuinely, they're trying to get me to play Souls games, and I'm like, the White Palace isn't that bad. It's a platforming nightmare, dude. I'm stuck in the area that you have those little like floater bugs, and you have to get through the saws. That's bad. Those aren't your friends. Probably not. No, they're trying to get me to play an evil game. No, my brother too, though, actually. He's trying to get me to play Elden Ring. Or he's not really, like, trying to get me to play it, but he's mentioned that I might like it. But I've seen him play that game, and literally, it's so, dude. That looks hard. No, yeah! Okay, I know nothing about that game. Celeste, know nothing about it, but I've heard the soundtrack. It's just as hard as Hollow Knight? Okay. So it could be overhyped. I don't know. Because I haven't played Silksong yet. I wonder how it lines up with the story of Hollow Knight, though. Because again, I haven't really been spoiled with it. My friends have been so good about keeping me away from spoilers. I love them so much. It's longer? Yeah. Well, how long did it stay in development for, too? Like, I have to be so for real. I'm so happy that they took their time with Silksong. Because, like, everybody was waiting for that game. It is? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm in that arc of my life where I'm playing genuinely good games instead of sloppy ones, and I'm having the time of my life. Not saying the games that I played in the past are inherently bad, but dude, because I play so many just like, you know, new Pokemon games, since I've been playing so many Pokemon games recently that are just not the best, I've been like deprived of really just engaging stories and stuff. Man. But then I played Earthbound. Oh my gosh. Then I started playing Hollow Knight. Oh my gosh. Played Ghost of Tsushima again. Oh my gosh. I really want to play Ghost of is it Yotai? Something or other? I'm so sorry, I'm butchering that name. It's something, but it's another Ghost game. I want to play it so bad. I don't have a PS5, and I can't logically buy one because that would be dumping money down the drain, because it would be the only PS5 game that I would ever play. That and maybe Horizon Zero Dawn, but like, you know, maybe they'll release it for PC. Dude. Took you 35 hours to get the not true ending of Hollow Knight? I have 60 hours in that game right now. I'm not to the true ending yet. I literally have been playing that game for so long, it feels like now. And I saw how long I'd been playing it, and I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'd be pumping time into it. I'd be playing that game like it's a second job. If you've been wondering why I haven't been drawing that much, Hollow Knight, it's bad. I can understand why that game was so hyped up whenever it came out, because that game deserves it. Where are you at? I'm literally stuck in the White Palace right now. But I have one of the Dreamer peeps left to get, and I haven't done that yet. But I've literally just been running around collecting crap. It actually does take me forever to beat a game, because I will try and do everything else first before the main story, and, like, I just take my sweet time. I literally, and, like, I'll go back and, like, re-explore places that I've already been to, just in case I miss something. It's not a good game if you can't just, like, put yourself into it, you know what I mean? Like, Yo! What is up? Oh my gosh. The pigeon. No, but if you can't fully put yourself into the experience of the game, it's probably not like the best game. Oh, beautiful bird. She's no longer stinky. Dude, oh, speaking of pigeons, so again, I work at a sign company, and some of the outdoor installers were putting up, like a sign, of course, sign company, but there was a pigeon nest in it, and, one of the installers that we have, I never thought about this being an issue, but, like, I don't know what other people do whenever they come across nests in signs that they're taking down, genuinely. But he will save every single animal that he will, like, find that's in trouble. And he saved 2 baby pigeons because they had, like, they had to take down the old sign because it was the job. And so instead of doing whatever with the baby birds, like, literally, he brought them back to the building, and they were just chilling out in the shop until he was able to take them. Heck yeah. No, but I guess, I didn't know this, but I guess, my coworker there, he has, like, homing pigeons and stuff like that, which is really neat. No, yeah. Cause I didn't think about that being, like, a thing to look out for in that workplace, but it makes sense because I don't do outdoor installs. I'm more of, like, put together the signs in shop. But, like, man, you know, what happens whenever you come across a nest? Like, what do other sign companies do? But I mean, we save them, so that's sick. Because then if the other guys find something in a sign, they just give it to him, you know? Vinny's too dumb to home. Oh my gosh. Silly, silly, silly bird. No, okay. Dang. That's kind of stinky, though. I mean, it's our fault, pretty much, though, right? Like, we can agree on that. Like, we let those birds, like, become wild, pretty much, because they're like, they're domesticated, pretty much, right? Like, yeah, that's true. They're the dogs of the sky. They're just looking for a home. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for another Pokemon to draw. I'm feeling a little dino-ish. You know what I mean? We used to eat them a lot? Dude. Oh, wait, you know what? Actually, that's so real. I'll draw a Pidove. Give me a second. That's an itty-bitty little guy. I'll draw one in, like, 2 seconds. I just have to find a reference so I'm not drawing it from memory. Okay. We're doing it, we're doing it. Hold on, I gotta go back. That looks stupid. We'll try and do like a little cuter one. Which unpheasant are you getting? Which one? They have, hold on. Those I honestly, oh wait, it's Tranquil and Unpheasant, sorry. I forget they have, like, different names for them. Honestly, I saw people dissing on these birds, and I never understood that. Can a bird just live and exist? That's so real, though, actually, taking issue with these birds. That's so realistic of people to do. But, like, come on, look at this thing. Oh, heck yeah. How long, I'm actually so curious about this. How long do pigeons, like, what's the lifespan of a pigeon? Because I know birds live for, like, a freakishly long time. Hold on, I'm looking this up. Oh, they can live 15 years or longer with good care. That's great. Oh, okay, okay. 6 to 8 years in the wild. Alright. That's wild, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful creatures. Dang, 27 years? How long do doves live? And what's the difference between a pigeon and a dove? And potentially reaching up to 20 or 30 years with proper care. What is the difference between a dove and a pigeon? Okay, so a dove is a linguistic linguistic convention for smaller, slender birds in the same family as pigeon. Pigeon typically refers to larger, stockier birds. That's the pigeon. The two terms are used somewhat interchangeably, but huh. Okay. Why do they live longer? That's crazy. They, like, look fairly similar. Like, yeah, doves are a little bit more, like, stocky, but I didn't think that it would make that much of a difference, you know? Also, this music playing right now, ooh, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I'm honestly, guys, here's my Pokemon hot take. And I know we want some good games from Pokemon, but until they make a new good game, they better not touch Mystery Dungeon, the Johto region, or Pokemon Black and White again. Because if they touch one of those before they start getting their act together, that's taboo, and I will vomit on sight. I'm not actually going to do that. It's kind of like dogs, I imagine. Okay, okay. No, that's fair. They better not touch my money with the 3 years of dev time. That's literally, yeah, Dingo, couldn't have said it better myself. Because if you do any of those things, and I know you're not ready to make another game, I'm breaking up with you. Me and Pokemon, we're already taking a break. But if they like cross that line of trust with me again, we're just gonna have to break up. And I'm gonna only play emulated and pirated games from them. Is that real? That's crazy. I didn't know there was a pigeon region of France. Why are they all French? And why is my stream crashing again? Get your act together. I'm tired of this. I thought stinking hooking my PC up to a dang Ethernet cable would fix everything. Tired of this, Grandpa. Let's too dang bad. my gosh. Hold on. I got it. Okay. There's ground pigeons. You've had 0 stream stuttering? Why is it dropping on my end? Maybe I'm just going crazy. Guys, I think I'm actually going insane. I think we're gonna watch this in real time. I'm seeing things that aren't happening. No, I watched my bits drop, and then I watched my stream lag. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's insane. Okay, here's your beautiful little bird. Beautiful. I'll zoom in for you. Ayo! What is up? Thank you for the follow and welcome. Okay, there we go. Bird! You know, we need better fish Pokemon. I was just thinking about that. Maybe one day. Peak art, thank you. I'm gonna explode. My head is gonna get so big. My ego. Oh. Oh my gosh. Welcome. Well, it's good to have you. We've gotten so many new people in here today, it feels. I love this Pokemon, by the way. I need everybody to understand this right now. That oh my gosh. Dino and the whole Hydreigon line, peak. I know this is I know this is just as much of a shock as whenever I told everybody that I love Pokemon, but Dino, oh my gosh. Sometimes this is what makes me wish Pokemon was real. Look at his beautiful little face. It's 10 times better whenever the coloring is snot green instead of like a nice little dark blue. I love my snot green beast. Oh my gosh. Ah, I love it. Oh, what does it look like? Can you try and like describe it in like the best way you can? I'm curious about the Pokemon you're thinking of. We're gonna see if I can guess it, and if I can't, then I'm a fake fan. Orange, blue, and yellow raptor. Is it like hold on. Orange, blue, and yellow raptor. Give me a second. It could be. Is it like, does it have a fire tail? Hold on. Oh wait, that's not blue. Hold on. It could be what I'm thinking, which is the, I think it might be the Galar fossil Pokemon. Right? Oh my gosh, I just passed it. Hold on. This could be wrong. No, I don't think it is. Is it? Is it Dracozolt? Hold on. No, it's not this one? Oh my gosh. I need to know. What is it? No, these designs are so funny, actually. It was Archon? Oh my gosh. I just drew the evolution of that one. See? It evolves into Archeops. I love... Hold on. I feel very strongly for this dino. I love how my favorite Pokemon is literally just, like, the Pokemon that embodies pure chaos and, like, destruction. Can I actually, I'm gonna look at the, Dex entries. I need, okay, hold on. Oh my gosh, please let me type this in. Oh my gosh, okay, listen, this is so obvious for me, but I love dragon types, water types, and electric types the most, I think. Dragon takes #1 because not all, but most of the dragon designs are so stinking good. Anyways, I'm gonna read out some of the dex entries for Hydreigon because they make me laugh. And not because they're actually funny, but because it is insane that this is literally my favorite Pokemon. This brutal Pokemon travels the skies on its 6 wings. Anything that moves seems like a foe to it, triggering its attack. Insane. Imagine just going throughout your day and then suddenly the giant sky beast from Legend comes down and tries to kill you. Okay, another one. The heads on their arms do not have brains. They use all 3 heads to consume and destroy everything. It's hungry, it's cranky, it's partially blind. What else can I say? It responds to movement by attacking. This scary 3-headed Pokemon devours everything in its path. This sucker probably eats rocks. Okay, let me look. There are a slew of stories about villages that were destroyed by Hydreigon. It bites anything that moves. The 3 heads take turns sinking their teeth into the opponent. Their attacks won't slow until their target goes down. Insane. Only the central head has a brain. It is very intelligent, but it thinks only of destruction. Wild. Can we please think about other things? It is said that Hydreigon grew ferocious because people in times long past loathed it, considering it to be evil incarnate, and attacking it relentlessly. This little baby is misunderstood and has been abused for— it's just like a wolf. It's just like real-life wolves. People misunderstood wolves, and so, you know, and now they're, like, practically extinct. I bet you the same thing happened to Hydreigon. This Pokemon is misunderstood, and I love it so much, and people need to stop bullying it. People need to stay away. Stay away from this beautiful baby. She's too precious. You know what? I'm gonna draw Hydreigon. We're doing this right now. So much right now. Oh. Okay, hold on. I'm a hash brown lover. You mentioned hash browns. I'm gonna go for the hash brown. Why not both? This is so real. browns. I love ash browns. I think it's so funny that they make Pokemon that are actually just food items. When was ice cream invented, and why does Vanilla Ice exist? What are you? I'm being flashbanged again. This has to be, like, a coincidence. Okay, hold on. Theoretically, this Pokemon formed from icicles bathed in energy from the morning sun. The sun brought this thing to life. It sleeps in buried snow. Huh. So in the Pokemon universe, did they make ice cream cones look like Vanilla Ice? Or did they make, like, or was there a Pokemon that was just like, oh, that looks awesome! I'm gonna base my entire identity around that food item! Or, you know what I mean? The sun loves ice cream. That's only logical. Vanilla Ice is designed to lure children, I believe. That's insane. Klefki is also just keys, yeah. I mean, genuinely. Like, 90% of Ghost Pokemon. Ghost Pokemon are crazy, dude. And they just get away with it? Bro, have you read those Dex entries? It's insane. Dude, I'm convinced that Hydreigon are like the pit bulls of stinking dragon-type Pokemon. Because, I mean, am I wrong whenever I say that most other dragon types, I believe, do not embody this much destruction? Why does Litwick eat a soul? And, okay, Grievard and Houndstone? Homie, what? It's a pretty little puppy dog. And then it's like, hanging around it is gonna kill you. Stinking, dude, that's insane. Also, I want to know what knights looked like back in the day. Could we have a medieval type stinking Pokemon game? Because that would be awesome. I'm thinking about, like, Honedge. Honedge? Dude. What? That would be awesome. I love Grievard, actually. That, honestly, okay, I'm gonna be so for real. The Pokemon designs, most of the Pokemon designs that we got out of Scarlet and Violet were not that bad. Grafaiai, Farigiraf, and Stinking Houndstone, baller. I was also a fan of that new stinking Godzilla thing, the Ice Dragon. Awesome. All ghost Pokemon fall into 4 categories: dead children, trying to kill children, unknowable ancient entities, and just a little guy, literally. Oh. You know, that's kind of sick, though. The yokai I was thinking are called, and I'm gonna butcher this, Suku Mogami, which gains sentience after an object reaches 100 years of age. That's pretty cool. Okay, it was Bexcalibur. Thank you, Dingo. The Ice Godzilla. Yeah, there's a sandcastle that, like, tries to kill children, too. Like, that was insane. Guys, I'm never gonna finish this Hydreigon drawing on stream. Oh, no. I keep getting distracted. Dang, guys. I can't believe you would distract me while I'm live and streaming. That's so insane. It's almost like the chat is, like, entertaining. That's crazy. Chat, so fun, I'm not gonna finish my art. Me when my chat chats with me. Guys, stop talking! You're distracting me! No. Dude, oh my gosh. No, it's such... Sandy Gas is such a good design, but the concept of it is so freaking insane. No, literally, streamers can't get anything done. I should be proof of that. Oh my gosh, hold on. How insane are we gonna... I always draw the head first, and then I can't ever draw the body, because all I'm thinking about is, like, the head. And then whenever I have to draw the body, I'm like, oh, shoot, now I gotta make something up. I love this Pokemon. Beautiful, beautiful creature. Beautiful tank beast. How does Hydreigon stand? Have you seen its round orb body? Yeah, no, literally. How does it do what it needs to do? This Pokemon, this Pokemon only flies. I have never seen a Hydreigon on the ground. It has Levitate. So is it just suspended in air? She gets around. Maybe it has a float organ like some fish do. My Hydreigon is filled with helium. I'm scared. Creative mode. Hold on. Orb. This Hydreigon is addicted to Minecraft, and that's why my Hydreigon is green. She looks like a creeper. Oh my gosh, I need to tell you guys, I found this one video on YouTube, and it is a Pikmin cover of Creep. And that video, I think about it way too often. And the best part is, it's not AI. I love that. It was literally somebody decided to take the Pikmin noises and turn it into Creep. And it is one of the best covers I've ever heard, because it's like, it's awesome. You guys should all look it up. I think it's life-changing. Whenever I'm at work, sometimes I just play it. Sometimes I just listen to it. And you know what? I'll go one step further. Will I get mauled to death by playing a clip of it? Let's see if I can get like 5 seconds in. Okay, hold on. We're 5 minutes away from me having to end the stream, but I don't care. We're going to play this and it's gonna be awesome. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Listen. Ooh, baby, get it, yeah! Anyways, that's all I'm gonna play because I'm afraid that YouTube will, like, roast me, and burn me on the stake. And also Twitch, which will literally just silence that part of... like, that part of my stream. I don't really want that. I don't want that. So, it's so good. Everybody needs to listen to it right now. Whenever you can. Maybe not right now, because you guys should be watching my stream right now, because we have 5 minutes left before it ends. 5 minutes left of me going crazy live. Speedrun! And all of a sudden, Krim mysteriously disappeared. You'll see it on the online. Ah, I'm not Sonic. I'll go as fast as I can. I won't finish this drawing before I have to end stream. I'm so sorry. 5 minutes of Crim trying to sing Pikmin. Wait, trying to sing Pikmin singing Creep. It's beautiful. That song changed my life. Specifically the Pikmin cover. I was actually bawling. In fact, it changed my outlook and perspective on everything. Hearing those Pikmin just, you know, going at it, man. Ah, thank you. This is my favorite Pokemon. I have to make it look good. I need to draw, like, all of my favorites again. In fact, I want to make an actual trainer Sona. Because I don't know, like, I've kind of done that, but I haven't, like, committed to it. And you know what? That's realistic of me. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I love my tank beast. I love her so much. Why did they make you so round? I want to know, like, was there anything that released of Hydreigon before they kind of designed it, like, redesigned it? I need to know what she would look like as an actual tank. And then I think that would change my perspective on a lot of things. Also, I would love to point out too how the heads on Hydreigon just, they're beautiful. I love each and every one. And also the wings kind of look like other heads. I love it. It's peak design. You're an artist, draw the tank. I want to see what it would have been by a Game Freak though. I may actually, though. That's tempting. I want to know how this thing would move. Maybe I just need to figure that out by myself. Again, I could do that. My brain is so fat and massive that I just think of so many things and I can see it so clearly. Alright. I did not draw the arms. However, I did draw 2 circles that could potentially be the arms. But I am gonna have to call the stream here, guys. Thank you for being here and listening to me ramble about everything that you can imagine. It's as good as I'm gonna make it. Anyways, I think I'm gonna be here next week. I don't know if I have any plans next Saturday, so I should be streaming and we're gonna play Earthbound again. But if I'm not gonna be streaming, I will try and let everybody know, and you also will know because I'm not gonna be streaming if I don't stream. So, potentially gonna see you guys next week. Same time and all that junk. Bye-bye!